Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you some unique yet traditional Thanksgiving side dishes for the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. So if you guys want to see what I came up with, then please keep watching. All right, first up, I'm going to start on our candied pecans. We are going to be using these pecans in our Brussels sprout salad. So I'm just going to make a simple syrup here, or a simple caramel, if you will. I'm going to take some brown sugar, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and some vanilla extract, and then about 2 tablespoons of water in the pot. Bring it to a boil. I will leave the full recipe down below because I don't remember the exact measurements I used here, but everything will be linked down below for you guys. So once that comes to a boil, you're going to add your pecans. I did roughly chop them. I'm going to stir that in, and once it becomes nice and shiny, like it looks here, you want it to be shiny and glossy, we're going to spread it out on a sheet to cool. All right, while those are drying out, we're going to work on the salad base. This is Brussels sprouts. This is about a pound of Brussels sprouts that I shredded in my food processor. We're going to add about a cup of Fuji apples, a cup of pomegranate seeds, a cup of cranberries, and then here is my homemade Dijon mustard. Again, the recipe will be linked down below. Then we're going to add some Parmesan shreds to this for that nice cheesy, earthy umami flavor. And then once our pecans are nice and dry, we're just going to add it and toss it all together. And this is what it looks like. Now, I did this first because it tastes better if it sits in the fridge for a little while. All right, when you are ready to serve, I would let it sit for at least an hour. But when you're ready to serve, you can serve in that bowl or move it to your serving dish and then add our toppings on the top just to make it nice and pretty for the presentation. And this one was so good, very fresh, very light, and very healthy. All right, next up is our candied sweet potatoes. I got about 3 big sweet potatoes, about 2 cups of brown sugar, a whole stick of butter, and then some water. I did add some more seasonings as well. You're going to bring that to a boil, make sure they're nice and fork tender. Once they are, we're going to spread them out in our baking dish. I'm going to kind of make it in a round ratatouille kind of pattern there. Kind of like a spiral pattern. We're going to add some chopped walnuts, and then we're going to bring the rest of that mixture to a boil. You want it to thicken up. Once it's become thick, we're just going to spread it over the rest of the sweet potatoes and then add some marshmallows. And that's going to go into the oven. And this is what it looks like when it comes out. This was so good. Those sweet potatoes were full of flavor. All right, next up is our homemade stuffing balls. I've got a loaf of sourdough bread that I let sit out for a few days to get nice and hard. Now here I'm showing you my spice and my herb mixture. It is onions. We've got some sage, some thyme, and then I've got some parsley in there, as well as some garlic. And if I had some celery, I would add that, but my celery went bad. So we're going to add that in there, then add our seasonings. We're going to add about a half a cup of cranberries. Then once you've kind of got that tossed together, we're going to go ahead and get our wet mixture going. I've got about a half a stick of butter, and then this bone broth. This is what gives it so much flavor. I highly recommend using bone broth. If you want to make this vegetarian, you can always use vegetable broth. That will be delicious as well, but this just gave a really good chicken flavor. So now I'm going to mix it all together, and you want it to look like this. Your consistency should be moist, but not too wet or too dry. It needs to be just right. I'm going to shape those into little balls, and these are going to go into the oven. When they come out, I'm going to serve them with some gravy. I am using Kinder's gravy. Their gravy is so good. It comes in a box. It's really good. Highly recommend. And then off camera, I added a little hole inside of the stuffing balls and poured right in there and made it really moist and delicious. These were really good. Next up is our loaded twice baked potato casserole. This is a play on the traditional, mashed potatoes. So you're gonna mash your potatoes how you usually do. I use Yukon Gold potatoes here, but you can use russet if you'd like. We've got some butter, some cream cheese, some sour cream, and some milk, of course. Gonna mix that together, add our seasonings, salt, pepper, garlic powder. That's my little secret, is the garlic powder. Gives it really good flavor. Then we're going to add our crumbled up bacon. I'm only going to use about half. We'll save the other half for the toppings, as well as the herbs, the green onions, and the chives. And then we'll add a little bit of cheese. Then we'll spread that around in your baking pan, add the remaining cheese on top and the remaining garnishes and herbs. And you're just going to bake it just until warm, just till it gets nice and bubbly and warm. Delicious. All right, last but not least is our roasted carrots with our hot honey and ricotta whip. So here I've got my seasonings, some extra virgin olive oil, some maple syrup. We're gonna pour that on just to get it nice and wet. Then we'll add our seasonings and rub it in there. Now here I took some of that leftover brown sugar syrup stuff that I made from the sweet potatoes and add that on top. It was so good. Added some more sweet flavor, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, traditional Thanksgiving flavors. So now we're gonna roast those for about 40 minutes. While those are roasting, we're gonna make our ricotta mixture. So it's just ricotta, some lemon zest, a little bit of lemon juice, and heavy whipping cream. Gonna make sure that gets nice and whipped together. And then when it's time to serve, you're gonna lay it out on your tray and you place your carrots on top. All right, once we've placed on the carrots, we're gonna add our hot honey. I got mine from Walmart. It's from Better Goods. It is so delicious, but it's very easy to make if you don't have it. And then also some parsley for garnish. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed these Thanksgiving sides. They are traditional sides, but with, unique little twists to make them a little bit different and fun. But I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. Enjoy time with family and friends. That is the most important thing in this world, is family and friends. So I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.